Hello everyone, my name is Quizzical, and welcome back to the Let's Play of Horace. Let's see, we just made it to the mainland, and already we're off to an interesting start, meaning death. Oh, I found out something interesting. I've died 111 times already in just this playthrough so far. I'm helpless. Hopeless. Make that 112. 113. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Yeah. What? Oh. 114. That animation, though. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, I wonder if there's a way to get over there. What? Not sure where that happened. Before we forget it. There we go. Maybe we can get more into the swing of it after all. Let's see what this leads to. Oh, out of all things, like, is that more bodies? More robots? That's exactly what it is more robots. Well, personally, I should say. I know it kind of challenges things. Passports.
I wasn't sure what to do with this machine. The huge door was sealed shut. I wasn't sure how to get inside.
But I think it might have something to do with this, Horace. Okay, that happened. Let's see how to get down here. See, there's got to be like a waterproofing thing. Is that a boat? Okay, get on it. So
I was confronted by a lovable fat old dog. He almost looked pleased to see me.
Aww.
Suddenly, 3 men appeared holding large guns. Or at least 2 men and what looked to be a pregnant woman. Incredibly, it was Mr. Silton.
Oh wow,
I
yes!
thought you'd been shut down, he said. I mean, it's been years. I'm not really sure what happened, I replied. I then told him about me cleaning a million things. He laughed and said, nothing changes. He then showed me into what was surprisingly a really nice house.
Huh.
Please excuse
Fatty.
my husband, said the pregnant lady.
Aw,
I'm
settle
Edwina,
down.
but everyone calls me Eddie. I believe you know this idiot, and that's Preston. We've met, said the small man. It was me that delivered that thing, remember? All you used to deliver was weed, mumbled Mr. Silton as he put the dog dish on the floor.
Aw.
And I was there that night, when this twat was off his face on mushrooms. Thanks for letting me and the dog stay, by the way. Yeah, well, we like the dog, said Mrs. Silton. And I suppose I've got you to thank for us meeting. What were you giving Barry those dodgy magic mushrooms? She pulled out an old photograph. It was one that Heather had taken the night I had saved Mr. Silton.
Oh. Oh. Old photograph. All his family. There's his old man and everything else. Aw, that's really good.
It reminded me of everyone else, so I asked what had happened to them.
Here we go. Maybe we can find out something.
Mr. Silton said Alice had a small place in the countryside.
Oh.
the professor had holed up in one of the old man's factories. Mr. Deck was, believe it or not, now a presenter on the only state television channel. And Heather and her mother lived on a government compound where they both worked.
Okay, so
I
everybody's
asked
okay.
about the old man, surprised that Mr. Silton hadn't mentioned him. He's dead, said Mr. Silton. Sorry, I thought you knew.
I like how this is all being told.
Anyway,
from,
said Mr. Preston,
Horace's
I thought you
perspective.
said that robot thing found the mushrooms for you, in that Hoard's manky old barn. Mr. Silton looked embarrassed. Well, said Mrs. Silton, I guess we've got you to thank for getting us together then.
Aww.
Time for bed, I think, said Mr. Silton. Make yourself comfy, and we'll see you in the morning.
And now we fall asleep again. Jeez, dude. What is with this stuff of you? Okay, so he's got the old man beckoning for him to come. How? Okay, I guess this answers the age-old question. Do robots dream of electric sheep? Apparently not. Okay, so what now? The only reason I'm trying to talk so much is, once again, copyrighted music. I don't know whether it's actually copyrighted or not. So, me speaking a little bit in between places actually breaks it up. Oh! I can control this! No! Sitting here like a freaking moron. Okay, so again. Oh. Home is where the heart is. Pliny the Elder. Chapter 4, Finding a Way Home. Wow, if it was that short, I would have just went ahead and continued it from the last video.
The next day, I thought it might be a good time to ask about the
Do
war,
androids dream? I just
judging
said
by
that.
the look on everyone's faces. It wasn't. Well, the war, said Mr. Silton.
Yeah.
Barry interrupted his wife. Can I see you for a minute? And dragged Mr. Silton out of the room, leaving me with Mr. Preston. All of a sudden, Mr. Silton appeared. How about a tune-up, he said. Mrs. Silton started to make some food, and
Beans.
Mr. Preston was playing with the dog, leaving me to chat with Mr. Silton. I said that I really wanted to see everyone else, but Mr. Silton said that it wouldn't be that easy. Traveling now, especially for a robot, is complicated. Go back to the house, you could even do some cleaning. Wait there and I'll work out a way to get you to each of them. I told him that I couldn't get into the main house because the hallway ceiling had collapsed. I have just the thing, said Mr. Silton, as he pulled some sort of card out of his pocket. If you can get into the caves under the house, you can use this security pass to get into the old man's laboratories. You can get into the main house that way. I was so excited, I would be able to get back into my old room. I said thanks, and made my way to the front door. Also, I think you might be able to help us out, said Mr. Silton, but we'll meet up back at the old man's house in a couple of days. You head there and we'll see you soon.
Nobody's wanting to tell Horace about the war, because everybody knows it's robots. Death! This is a question I've got. How is his, what do you call it? Oh, wait, how am I going to get back? Hang on. Didn't I get to jump higher if I'm running? No. So, just like that. Okay. How is his Lazarus program still working? Is my question. I mean, yeah, he's got infinite lives, as it says. But, seriously, how is it still working? Oh, dang. Oh, sorry. Okay, head back to the main house.
I took the fisherman's boat to the old man's estate.
Okay. I mean, yeah, everything looks... Wait. Saint Healthcare? What? Even he's like, what the heck is that? Okay, oh. Are the people still here? Probably. I know the blind... So, okay, so that is him. Oh! I can get access to this! Because I have the sewer key! Right! Okay. Look at all this trash. Oh! I killed myself. I killed myself. We just need to go down here, hop, skip, and jump, and can I go into the sewer? And will this be another time trial? Nope, but there are evil robots. Okay, so there's no point in going there at all. Maybe this gentleman had some. Oh, can I talk to you? Apparently not. His name is Gary Gamelli, it looks like. Okay, so... Wait a minute. Wasn't there... Yeah, there's like a church over here, right? Big church doors. Ah! Maybe this area. Click, open, go in. Ooh. Uh-oh. Evil robots. Apparently, I don't know if I can touch them or not. I really don't... Hey, these are video games! Can I jump on them? Nope, they just killed me.
As I walked through the old church ruins, I was surprised to hear Mr. Silton calling me.
What?
He said he had forgotten to give me something, and the church's community hall would be the perfect place to try it out. As soon as we walked into the hall,
How did you get here?
Mr. Silton said he had a present for me. It was a pair of Atlas gloves. They made me think of the old blind man with the cat, and his stolen Atlas gloves.
Ooh.
I wonder if Mr. Silton knew how lucky he was to still have them with a glove thief around.
Oh.
Mr. Silton asked me to try the gloves on, and start chucking things around. But not him. He was very clear about that. Mr. Silton suggested we clean the hall. Of course I knew when he said we, he meant me. But I was happy to try out my new gloves. He said I should clear everything off of the basketball court and put the things on the floor either side. I fiddled with the settings for a bit, but when Mr. Silton saw I was having trouble, he produced a small manual. He explained that pressing down and X would pick a thing up.
Okay.
X would then throw the thing, and if I wanted to place it on the floor, I should again press down and X. He looked more and more confused as he read all this, but eventually he finished by saying, "Well, I hope that made more sense to you than it did to me."
Game mechanics. Hey! Oh, no, he's not a fireman. Say, down and X. Okay, wait. Down and X. Oh, did it work? Oh. I had to press and hold it. Oh. Here. Yup! Okay, so some things take a while longer. Oh, basketball. I?
Oh.
Okay, first off, gotta get rid of all this stuff. Okay.
Oh.
Can I jump? I can. Oh, almost.
Oh.
Almost.
Oh.
Yes! Swish, swish. Yep. Oh man, this is gonna take a while. Okay.
Let's see what else these gloves can do,
Neat
said
tidy.
Mr. Silton as he flicked through the manual. He actually looked quite excited when he explained that holding X while walking into or under a falling thing would allow me to catch it.
Oh.
I must admit, I was then really happy when he suggested we make it a game, and I try to catch 10 basketballs.
Cool. So, press and hold X.
Oh.
Haha, no basketball for you. Oh, I can just run and catch it, so.
Next, Mr. Silton suggested we make it a real game and see how quickly I could score 10 baskets. I enjoyed this so much. It felt just like the good old days. Except Mr. Silton wasn't as forgiving as the old man. When I'd scored 10 baskets, Mr. Silton gave me what he called a high five. He said I now knew everything about the gloves, and I should be able to continue through the basement of the church into the house. When I asked him if he was coming with me, he just laughed and said they would catch up with me in the main hall.
Okay, so apparently the game mechanics are trying to explain itself in the game. Also, National Brownies Association is NBA in this. Got it all. And there's a laser at the top. Yeah, I think this is the professor. Good gosh.
Something literally caught my eye. I remembered the old man had installed some software that helped show me things that were interactive, and how to interact with them. This must be what he was talking about.
So something literally did catch his eye. Oh, wait.
The electron gun blew the power. I needed to turn it back on before I could fire again.
I just die. I'm just getting trash. Don't worry. That's a cool computer, though. What? There it went. Oh no. What? Oh crud. Haha. Oh no. Yoink! No! No! No, we're not doing this. I could just die. Yoink! Here. Come on. Out. I'm gonna drag you all the way over here. Hop across. Fire you again. Yoink! Okay, so literally killing one of my own kind. So is this considered murder? Oh, I gotta do this in one shot. Ah! He's turning red. Killing machine. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. But hey, there's trash. Feels like
This seemed quite valuable.
Yeah, it was a safe. I feel like I'm freaking every single time I turn around. It feels like Forky from Toy Story 2. Trash.
The video recorder's blinking light caught my eye. It must have been years since I had seen a film or TV show. Maybe I could take a little break from my quest and watch the film on the tape. As the video started, I was surprised to see the old man. "Hello, hello," he bellowed in his familiar tone. "This is test number, 107C. He continued as he read from a clipboard.
Wow.
"This unit still has 3 major issues. 1. The shell is so incredibly thick that the whole machine is still far too large and heavy.
72 tons.
2. The missile system is too unpredictable and aggressive. And 3. The trade-off between power and intelligence is far too great. I think the military capabilities would be far too dangerous in the wrong hands. I think we would be best to push forward with the Innocence Project."
What?
I didn't really understand a word of what he said, and I was slightly disappointed that he had recorded over the film, but it was nice to see the old man's face again.
Always looking on the upside of things.
I wasn't sure what was going on, but
What?
suddenly, inanimate objects started to come to life.
And they're killing me. Okay, so we're back at the Hall of the Mountain King. Oh. Hall of the Mountain King is a nice tune. I really like this song. I always listen to it along. But I really don't mind it in this freaking song. Problem is it's copyright. I know it is. Gotta be. So the song is really something else for me. Though I enjoy the song, I can't listen to it all along. Because if I do, I might get copyright strike from YouTube. But I still like the song. And I'm singing it off key purposefully. Now we've got giant shears, you see, coming right at and for me. Can I... No! I wasn't ready for
I
you.
should try picking that up.
Oh, I should? Okay. Whoa! Oh, okay, so that means later I can go back down into that sewer and... Yeah! Oh. Lost my shield. Oh, gosh. That's dizzying. Okay. No! Go through the door. Go through the door. What?
Batteries come in all shapes and sizes.
Oh, Lord. Wait. Oh. Oh. Okay. Go. Oh, come on. This game is ultimate frustration right now. Oh, come on! Yeah. Go. Okay. Ah, come on! Go, 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 go. No! 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 I did it! I did it! Ooh, that sounded cool. And of course, we're gonna pick up the trash. Okay. Warning, elevator. Why more chains? Oh, another shield.
Seeing another VCR made me wonder if there were any more recordings of the old man. I rummaged behind the TV and was not surprised to find 2 more dusty old tapes.
Oh, thank
One
you.
just had hours of some strange sport.
Was that? Is that the old man?
But the other had a recording of the old man. Hello, hello, came his voice again. Right, this is urgent. Cancel the nanobot program immediately. All production to be stopped. Contain the remaining units in these corrosion-proof canisters. Although I'm sure it's obvious, the old man continued. We have discovered that they are essentially unstoppable and can form a controlling intelligence around any object.
Oh. It's the Ghostbusters reference!
Need I say more?
Yes, the end of the world.
At least that explained why everything moved with minds of their own.
Yeah.
I'd never been in this part of the house before, but I figured I would get back to more familiar surroundings once I made it through these laboratories.
Oh, God. Okay, so everything's moving around because of nanobots. Hey! This is where I was. Ether? Nanobots activated. Snake.exe. Oh. Intruder alert, destroy the humanoid. Oh, no. Oh, no. What? I'm facing another bot? I don't like this. No! No, 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 no. I don't know what this is, but I don't want it. No, thank you. Go yonder the snake. Go yonder the snake. Yo! Oh, this will give you motion sickness. I don't know how I died just then. Okay. Yeah! Oh, okay. Okay. Come on! Horace! Horace! What was that? There we go. Pop it! Horace, we made the problem worse. Pop it! Goodness sakes! Whoa! You ever have a game that just instantly went to 100 very quickly? I can't even, I'm trying to figure out the jumps. I'm not even getting there. Down. Horace, pop it! No! Whoa! Okay. Oh, they're not happy. Okay. Pop it, pop it, pop it. Horace, Horace! Horace. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Oh. No, come on. Here we go. Pop it! And up. Nope. 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 Get that loose. Good job. There you go. Come on, come on. Huh. Horace! Get it out! Okay, what do we do? Of course. Pop it out, pop it out, pop it out. Nice. What? Holy shoot! Get it out. Get it out! Or just die. Just die. Everything's better when you just die. Okay, did we kill one? Duck! Okay. Pop that out. Good dude. Oh! And they got me. Okay. I don't know why I thought Ducky would have fixed it, but okay, there's that. Okay. Starting again. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Well, I did ask if you guys wanted me to play Cuphead. This is as close as I can get, I guess. Oh! At least there's somewhat of a safe feature. Horace! Pull it out! Uh-huh. 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 Last one. I'm gonna go ahead and hop over this side. Nope, I'm gonna die first. That's always productive. Now I'm gonna die again, apparently. Get out. Oh, lots of small problems. Good on you, Horace. Good on you. Woohoo! Now what? Please tell me you can find the professor. I'm not doing basketball.
The door was nailed shut, and my fingers were too large to get a decent grip on the planks. I needed something like a crowbar.
Oh, so I don't have that, apparently. I've got to go down this now. Is there a shield? No shield. What? I thought it was like...
My shoes struggled to grip the slippery wall. I'd need to keep jumping to climb it.
Oh! I barely got it. Ah. Got you there. Uh-huh. I jumped! Come on! It's official. Horace is a rage game. Rage game. Where were you when I needed you a minute ago? not really a platformer. Okay. I'm trying to think of... I haven't been talking a whole lot at all because of the fact I've been trying to get this game done. It's just been taking so much of my focus to get it, and I can't. I really don't like this. I could have just fell all the way down. I didn't even need to use the sticky wall. Is it over? It's over.
No, chuckled Mr. Silton.
What?
It's alright, we'll claim it on the insurance as accidental damage. Get me a new TV as well.
But...
I explained to them that I had found some of the old man's home videos, and the contents had shocked me. The dirty old bugger, interrupted Mr. Silton. But I didn't know what he meant, so I continued explaining about the nanobots, and Mr. Silton said we needed to get our sharpest minds on the case. Not you dipshit, he barked at Mr. Preston. We need to rescue Heather and her mum.
Okay.
I wasn't sure what Mr. Silton meant by rescue, but I thought I would leave them to clear up.
But...
The weather felt cold and ominous as we made our way back outside.
The problem I have
Before we meet the others, I need you to help me get my stolen van back, explained Mr. Silton. It's going to be dangerous, and we need someone dependable. The equipment was heavy, but I was happy to help pack the large boxes until Preston returned with what Mr. Silton called the mean machine.
What? The milk truck. Okay. Why is his shoulder just bopping? He's like, going on a trip, going on a trip. All we are is dust and shadow. Quintus Horatius Flaccus. Chapter 5, Mr. Silton's van. Oh, there was a gun.
Mr. Preston seemed even more anxious than usual. At first I thought he just needed to use a toilet,
I was literally about
but
to say
Mr. Silton explained that their old gang members lived around here. Somehow the money went missing when we robbed that post office, he continued. For some reason they thought we'd taken it, but, as he put it, why would we live in such a dump if we had a load of money? Although this clarified things for me, it certainly didn't calm Mr. Preston, who suggested we gotta move on. Don't worry, we'll be a matter of minutes. We just need to send Mr. Chips up there to have a look, said Mr. Silton as he pointed to a window high up the building. Go on, he said with a smile. Off you go then.
Okay, we're going to stop the video here, mainly so I can have a rest from all the rage I just went through, but also because the fact time is up. I think I've been recording for almost 2 hours trying to get that done. Oh my gosh, that level was hard. Okay, so if you like the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so. I enjoy reading people's comments. And above all else, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, don't forget to hit subscribe. If I could talk, that would help me out. Either way, this has been Quizzical. Later.